think the way I'll start this off is just saying how proud I am of what this ball club accomplished. Certainly, we had our ups and downs in May, and just seemed to come together, get on a run, and end the season in Omaha. That was a tremendous accomplishment by our ball club, and our coaching staff deserves an awful lot of credit for what this team accomplished. The leadership on this team was fantastic. Just very pleased that the young guys saw the leadership of the seniors, some of the juniors, but just can't say enough about the effort, the determination, the hard work from getting up most of the time on road trips and working out in the mornings in the weight room and then playing that afternoon. Anything they could do to get better. And that goes a long way in influencing the young kids to see what they need to do to get better. There's certainly a lot of room for improvement, and that's what the next coach will get across to this team is a lot of things that we can do to improve, but nothing will take away from what this team accomplished.
Coach, has it really set in yet that you just walk off the field as head coach of Florida State for the final time?
I can't say it has. I'm sure in the next few days it will, when I start cleaning out the office and looking at old pictures, and maybe even myself when I didn't have gray hair. There's just so many great memories that Florida State University has provided for me and my family. Our administration has given me and our staff every opportunity to be successful. And that's all anybody asks is a chance. And I was given a chance, and for that I'm eternally grateful. Just hope that maybe we get a couple of guys from the draft that we didn't think we were going to keep. Maybe a couple of guys that have been drafted decide they will stay here, a la James Ramsey a few years back. Maybe a big break like that will come our way. But this job has provided so many exciting moments for me and my family, and I'm just very proud of the fact that I'm a Seminole.
Is the emotion, is part of it fulfillment right now? Is part of it feeling blessed, or is there any melancholy at all?
No, I don't think so. I think if you start looking for excuses, you're just doing nothing but sitting in a corner twiddling your thumb. There's no excuse about anything. Tonight's ball game was a credit to Texas Tech. They did an outstanding job of pitching, played good defense. Center fielder made a very nice play. It was just, and that reliever was, boy, he was lights out.
What did you say to the team afterwards?
Just the fact that they accomplished so much, and I don't want them to look at one game and criticize themselves, because the effort that they showed, the togetherness that was displayed, got us back to Omaha. And they deserve an awful lot of credit, and I hope that they don't beat themselves up no matter what happened during the game. I don't want them beating themselves up, because they accomplished an awful lot, and for that I'm very proud of them.
Coach, was there ever a point this season where maybe towards the end where you started believing maybe this could be it? You could maybe finally get the national championship that's eluded you?
I did, and I wouldn't want it any other way, because that's what I coach for, is to get our guys to Omaha and to see them just have joy that is unimaginable. And they did a very good job. They accomplished an awful lot. And I'm just going to look back on what this team accomplished, and I'm sure I'm going to be even more amazed, because we went through some tough stretches, but we played like Seminoles.
Had you ever imagined or thought about what this would be like the last game, the last time walking off? And does this experience now, does it kind of align with what you might have thought it would be like?
That's a good question, and I thought about this moment, and prayed hard that I didn't lose my cool, because there was a couple things tonight in which I got a little attitude. But that's baseball. That's life. There's a lot of things that we go through in life that we have to learn to live with, and this is one of them.
Coach, when that last play came through, just what was the initial reaction, and just what were you thinking about at that moment?
When it was
With the
first,
final,
be sure that I get to the other team and express to them my congratulations and wish them luck, not go out there with a frown on my face and display a part of me that's not there. Because that young man is a class act. We call him Texas Tim. And Texas Tim did a heck of a job. And I would never want to take away from his joy and his excitement. And I'm thankful to the good Lord that I was able to express that to him.
Coach, does it make it any easier to reconcile that you know that you've put everything that you've had into this program for 40 years, even though you didn't reach the ultimate goal at the end of any of the seasons? The fact that you gave everything you had, does that make things a little easier to deal with now?
I appreciate very much you bringing that up, because yes, the comments that I got from the past players at the roast that we had really I was overwhelmed. I was humbled. I was just so excited to see guys that I hadn't seen, and I mean some of them in 25 years. And they said some things that made me feel really, really good. And that's what I'll remember as much as anything, is some of the things that were said to me tonight by that coaching staff. I'll remember those young men that gave it their best, sitting in that clubhouse with tears in their eyes and their heads down. I don't want them to walk back to that hotel and be down. I want them to understand what they accomplished. So I'm going to tell you something. To go win 5 ball games in a regional and a super regional, win 5 ball games against that competition on the road, that was a joy I'll never forget.
Guys, that's enough for Coach White. We got to get into the press conference now.